Hey, Dan Passarelli here, and we start a new week following the long weekend. Our theta comes back to normal. It always gets a little higher as we go into these 3-day weekends, but not anymore. It was an interesting day in the market today because we sold off a bit. We were down more than 1% at one point, but the S&P 500 closed off just 0.7% with SPY closing at 640.27. That's $640.27. Now, what's with the sell-off? Well, a couple of things. First, the main reason is that there was a court that ruled that Trump's tariffs, many of them anyway, were illegal. Remember back in the day, the beginning of April of this year, when tariffs were going into place and everybody thought it was the end of the world because tariffs were terrible? Well, now apparently they think they're great because if we don't have them, the market's going to sell off. Now, there's still a lot else going on with that. One of the things there is from a technical standpoint, we've got something pretty interesting, and I posted this in our chat room in Slack on Friday. Our Slack channel, of course, is just for our students who are in one of our classes or our one-on-one coaching students. We've got here a double divergence in the RSI. We've got higher highs here on the chart and another higher high here on the chart, as shown by these lines, but then a lower high and another lower high on the RSI chart. Now, because we use indicators to be able to see a more clear picture of what's going on, that's more difficult to see on the stock chart, when there's a divergence, meaning we get a divergent view from the stock chart and the indicator, we always go with the indicator. So this does indicate the chance for a potential pullback, which of course we did see today, and maybe that's just it. Or maybe there'll continue to be some follow through. It's also not really uncommon to see follow through when we bust through the 21-day moving average, because that's 1 month of trading days. And yes, we did indeed do that today, but we closed kind of right back at it as the market rallied into the close. Now, other things we got going on is we got some stuff happening this week. Tomorrow we've got the Beige book. That's when all the heads of the Federal Reserve banks, branch banks, talk to all their buddies and try and get a feel for the economy. So it's based on anecdotal information from the most influential people in our economy, I guess, right? And then, of course, on Thursday, we have our usual Thursday non-farm payrolls. Well, not non-farm payrolls, but our weekly unemployment, I should say. Friday is the actual monthly non-farm payrolls where we get the unemployment rate. That's a very big thing right there. So that is everything that we're watching. We do have a higher VIX, but it's still not in like massively high territory by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm watching this, but not really concerned. If anything, it just gives me a little more opportunity to sell some calls on stocks I own. I hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli. Trade smart.